Then they're gonna move on.
They'll have a couple.
So,
They'll have a couple of other posts, and then it's nothing. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
it's like
Like, do you really care, or are you just kind of hanging out with everybody because that's what everybody else is posting?
yeah.
You know, you can't really post like your regular picture to get likes.
Yeah. And that's what bummed me out the other day. Like I said, just earlier, I was like, there was a couple days where no one was saying anything. There was nothing going on. For a while, it was like everything you'd see in your Instagram was this. Everything you'd see on your Facebook was this. Everything you'd see on your Twitter. And then there was 2 days when nothing happened. No one said anything. And I'm like, come on, don't take a break. You know what I mean? Like, keep this conversation going. Keep trying to get the change.
You know what's kind of weird too? How all this is happening right now. Like, COVID is coming back. Like, the infections are going up. The protests are still happening. There's a lot of killings and a lot of like police deaths and just like hangings. And then you got like the whole like cell phone network going out.
That's crazy.
And meanwhile,
it's a DDoS. It's like disturbance in signal, so it like floods the communication of the websites and the browsers and stuff so you can't use any of them.
Yeah, didn't they have that? They had a blackout Tuesday the other day.
That's kind of
now
odd,
you
right?
had this, and meanwhile, like I know nobody really like looks at it, but you got like China and India, like fighting over like their borders. And then, like, Hong Kong's about to be taken back by China. Like, Trump denounced Hong Kong as a independent, like an independent status. Like, y'all better be careful.
Hillary lost her, I forget what it's called.
Oh, her trial?
Her trial. Yeah.
She lost the trial
She lost
for the
trial.
emails?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Hillary, you kind of fucked up. Why'd you give him your password?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it is wild. The DDoS, like, it's like basically like a smaller EMP. Like, it didn't affect me at all. My phone was fine. All my social media was fine. I guess maybe I just was one of the few that didn't get affected by it.
Verizon were working.
Verizon was supposed to be not working.
Really?
AT&T had an issue, but I guess they got it fixed. And then Frontier had an issue. That's like the major cable provider in this area. So, it's like people just got shut down. It's wild to think that can happen. Like,
Going back the Nextel. The walkie-talkie.
We're going to have walkie-talkies and chirp phones.
Chirp.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's crazy that all this is happening. And I just saw, like, it was, like, somebody that was in Trump's, like, cabinet. I can't remember. He has a book where he exposes a lot of the stuff that was happening with, like, the Ukraine, like, scandal and all that. Like, where he almost got impeached.
Oh, yeah.
And he talks about it in the book, but he didn't talk about it on record when they were getting interrogated. So he held it. He held it this whole time
for his book.
To sell.
That's phony, though.
And it leaked.
That's phony. Well, good it leaked, but that's phony, right? Like, why are you holding that for books? It makes you wonder: is it even true? Like, if you're just saying it in a book, but you wouldn't say it in the court of law, and then shouldn't you be in trouble for that?
It makes sense because he's putting it out now after the fact, after he's already been proven like not guilty over this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what, they pay this guy off to not say anything?
Like, you can't get, there's no, like, I guess it's like kind of like double jeopardy. You can't get tried again for something that's already been proven.
You can't, though? Can you?
I don't know. Well,
if more evidence comes out, can you?
Why would he put out a book?
I don't know.
After the fact.
Trump's falling apart, though, man. I'm like,
you know what I saw? He's actually losing in the polls right now. Bad.
Is he?
50-30.
Wow.
And he's losing bad in the swing states. They're not even swing states anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
They're
Florida,
just blue now.
Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good. I mean, I don't want him to be president again. I don't like Joe Biden for the most part.
Oh.
I don't really like what he stands for, but I really,
If he could remember who he was and where he was and who his wife was.
if he could stop saying that there's two of him, vote for the
Yeah.
other Joe Biden.
Or what was the thing he said with Charlemagne? Like, if you don't vote for me, then you're not black.
Something along those lines. He said, if you're having like any trouble on who to decide to vote for,
You're not black.
or you're not black. Yeah, I'm like things like that. I hate that he would say something like that. You kind of like, in a vague way, get his point. You're like, you know what I mean? Like he's like really trying to get the black voters and whatever. But it's like people can think for themselves. I'm sure there's tons of black people who don't want him to be president that like Trump. You know, it's like, come on, you can't say something like that. It's so broad. It's so like nothing. I don't think he really thinks things out. I don't know if he's even capable.
Yeah. I was watching some of those protests in like, I think it was like in Tampa,
Mm-hmm.
and I seen there was a bunch of like Cubans that were for like Trump.
Really?
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
but
to me.
it doesn't make sense because they left the country with a dictator that doesn't help them
For another dictator.
for another dictator who's not gonna help them. What are they doing?
I mean, it's not all Cubans.
No,
But
not all Cubans, but there was
It's
like
just that group.
there was
It
like
just
a
doesn't
group.
make
You know how
sense.
there was like that? It was a rally. It was like Blue Lives, back up the blue,
Uh-huh.
and they went to counter protest the Black Lives Matter protests. Like, I don't know. Like, they're not saying that cops' lives don't matter. That's not even the point. They're just saying there's like a bunch of like wrongdoings and like injustice.
I know so many
for
people
Black
don't
li-
get
like,
it.
Are you not? There's like a point. There's the meaning. Black Lives Matter means like, hey, look, you're killing us with no justice. Like,
There's a higher brutality. Let's just say brutality as a whole against black people per capita. So people always are like saying, well, this number, this, whatever. But it's, if you look at it per capita, more black people are getting brutalized by police than white
Yeah.
people. And like that's the thing to focus on. Like pay attention to that. Like don't try to like, oh, this number, that number.
yeah.
Sure, there's truth in numbers, sure, but come on now. Like let's be real. It is what it is. Black people are getting brutalized by police, and it's just wrong. And black people have been done wrong by the government for a long time. Redlining. What happened in it's actually called Greenwood. It was Greenwood Drive. In where was it? Blanking on it. Sorry, I'm blanking on it. But it was dang, I'm blanking really hard right now. Black Wall Street. These black people. It was during segregation. Jim Crow.
Oh, the town that was doing good.
They were doing good. They made a lot of money. Totally
Yeah.
black community. Something happened. It derails everything, but white people came in and killed everybody. In a matter of 12 hours, burnt down the town and killed so many people. And it's like, come on. Like, come on. These people have been done wrong for so long. It's unbelievable. And that's the point. Is like you're saying, like Black Lives Matter is this. Black Lives Matter. There's these things going on systemically with police as well. And it's an issue. And it's like, why do you... I hate the argument where they're like, well, all lives matter. And you see this meme. I don't know if you saw it. But it was like, my house is burning down. Help. And then it was like a cartoon. And then the cartoon lady was like, well, what about my house? And it's like, your house isn't on fire. Like, come on. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, man. It's that simple, really. It's like, a cartoon meme, but it's that simple.
Yeah, and I think at least the young people see that, like, this is real. Like, people are over here trying to be ignorant about this.
Trying.
And trying to act like it's not happening, Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing with the mask. Like, everybody doesn't want to wear a mask, but there's a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we didn't just shut down, like, for 2 months, 3 months.
To get shut down again soon.
To get shut down again. Like,
Yeah.
Like, hey, like, you know, like all faces matter. Like, why the fuck do I gotta wear a mask? You know, I want to breathe. Like, no, you
Yeah.
wear a mask to prevent getting sick and getting other people sick.
Yeah. That's how I've always thought about it. Is just like do the polite thing, if anything.
Yeah,
You know, take care of your neighbor.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We got sad here really quickly. That's been our show. Mix One Essentials. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Rest in peace, Rayshard, the black man who was killed in
Atlanta.
outside of the Wendy's. That's
Man,
sad.
that video was crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. I stand by. I don't think there was any reason to shoot him. I just don't. You know, but
Yeah.
leave what you think in the comments. Let us know your opinions. We're definitely interested. We've gotten a lot of engagement lately, and we love hearing from you all. Mix One Essentials. Lalo?
Well.
Out.